Hi, everybody. It's Craig from Doc Sports back with your 15 MLB games for today. We're going to have a rundown of the games for Sunday, the 17th of May. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. Not the day we won it yesterday, that's for sure. Did hit one of the three races in the Preakness, but missed the big Preakness Stakes. And I had a play in the top play in the UFL, and the quarterback goes down like halfway through the first period. Don't forget, if you want to get on my top plays, I got a special. I went to the boss and said, hey, you have anything special for me? He's like, it's the weekend. I don't have time to create it, but I'll reopen your 2-week all sports pass if you want. Perfect. $600 value. Get all sports for today. A top play in the WNBA, top play in Major League Baseball, and a top prop for today. So you get all three of those. Just $99 for 2 weeks. That's usually $30 per sport per day, or $99 per week per sport. That's where you get the $600 value. Text your name 574-333-8717. Just tell me you want Craig's 2-week all sports pass. All right, we're going to do a little rapid fire. No IC today. Had some family commitments tonight. So I told him I would step up and let's get it home today. Let's go. Let's strong finish to the weekend. Miami and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, rare loss yesterday in extra innings. The final score wasn't indicative of how close it was. Obviously, extra inning game. Rays -148 with Rasmussen on the mound, Perez on the mound for Miami. The Rays 7-3 in the last 10 games. They're 14 games above 500. The best team in the American League, and not really particularly close so far. This team is really playing good baseball, and I think they're the second best record overall in all of baseball. So you have to really, tap your hat to a Tampa Bay Rays team that, I think a lot of people probably wouldn't guess that. They are, I believe, one game up on the New York Yankees and then second to the Braves overall. So I like the Rays in a bounce back here. It's an early game here. Getaway games are always a little dangerous. Probably would be one of the games I would look at if it wasn't so daggone early. 12:15. I mean, heck, I'm not even going to be out of bed. Either way, though, I like Rays and Rasmussen -148 to get it back on track on the year. 15-5 at home. Yeah, you heard me right. Been a heck of a team at home. Philly and Pittsburgh. Skeens on the mound, trying to right the ship here for Pittsburgh after two ugly losses the last 2 days. I said yesterday I thought they would lose because back on Thursday it kind of fell apart late on them. And I'm sorry, Friday, I think that was. And that kind of caught up to them. I think Skeens puts them back on the right track here. I'm going to take Skeens in Pittsburgh, first 5 innings, -140-ish. I also like it for the game, but stronger play first 5 innings and Skeens here in the Battle of Pennsylvania. Next game, Boston, Atlanta. Atlanta -150. Total 8.5. And Atlanta, like I said earlier, if you weren't listening, best team in baseball as far as record is concerned. But they did lose yesterday in a close game 3-2. Won the day before 3-2. So it's a rubber match in the third game of the series. I think Atlanta gets it done. Atlanta's just been playing good baseball. When they lose, you always know a good team because when they lose, it's even close on the days they don't play well. They don't hit well. They still offense or on the game they don't pitch well. The offense gives them a chance, and vice versa picks them up on the opposite days. Give me Atlanta and Holmes here -150. Orioles and the Nationals. National won big yesterday. Yet Baltimore's favored here -122, total 10. Probably more about Mikolas and his bloated 8.28 ERA. I do not like Orioles, though. I think you take the over in this game. Over 10 seems like a lot, but this is a Washington team that's been scoring and been playing in a lot of high-scoring games. 7 of their last 10 games have gone over, including yesterday, 13-3. It was 3-2 the day before, 15-1 the day before, 8-7, 10-4. I mean, it's just consistently been over. Give me the over here as Mikolas gives up another crooked number. But the Washington Bats keep him in this, I think. Yankees and the Mets. Yankees -109 favorite, total 8. And Yankees won just 3 of their last 10 games. And the Mets are battling back a little bit, at least showing some heart, which they did not early in the year. They have split this series, did win 6-3 yesterday. It was a good win. I thought Rodon would be up to the task there in the second start, but he just hasn't looked right in either start. I like Peralta. This was the game of the series. I said if they win, I thought it was going to be this one. So I'm definitely on the Mets. And you're giving me even money. Give me the Mets -101 in this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on all the great content we have here at Doc Sports. Reds and the Guardians here. Guardians 159 total, 8.5. Reds and the Guardians have split. Reds won on Friday. Guardians came back and won easy yesterday. This is not the Reds' strongest pitcher. As a Reds fan, Singer is always the guy I'm like, ugh, when he's up to task. I think you take Cleveland first 5 innings. It's like minus 160, so it's a lot of juice, but I think that's the play. I do worry about Cleveland's bullpen a little bit, but I think the play is the first 5 innings on Cleveland. Toronto and Detroit. Toronto is favored, minus 130, total 8. Flaherty and Gossman here. And Gossman has been a guy, I mean, his ERA 3.88 is solid, but he's a guy that hasn't got a lot of run support in games where he's been pretty good. They've lost his last 3 games. One was a bad one. He had 6 earned runs. You give it up. But the other games, he's had a lot of games where he scored allowed 2 runs and hasn't gotten to the decision. But I do like him here. I'm not a big fan of this Detroit team. Ever since Scuba went down, this team has not looked great. And Flaherty on the year, 5.84. Give me Toronto minus 130. Next game, Texas and Houston. Battle of Houston here. My top play was in Houston in this game yesterday. I had Texas first 5 innings. I thought DeGrom would be great. He comes in the first inning, allows 2 home runs back to back. Texas, I think, bounces back today, minus 120 with Eovaldi on the mound. He's been better than his ERA sounds, 4.21 ERA on the year. I mean, last year he had what a year. Not quite as good this year, but his last 2 starts, he's allowed 0 runs and 1 run. He beat the Yankees twice, and we know how that Yankee lineup can be at times. I think that kind of keeps it going here. I think he wins his 3rd straight with his 3rd straight quality start. Give me Texas minus 120. Battle of Chicago. Cubs minus 137, total 8.5 against the White Sox. White Sox even the series yesterday, and now the White Sox, I think, what is that, like 5 of their last 7 games they've won or something like that? They've been a very feisty team, and almost all these games as underdog. They've won. They're 6-1 in their last 7 games, and all those have been as an underdog. One was minus 110, one was minus 102. Rest of them have been as an underdog. I like them again today here. I said I thought the White Sox were going to win the series. They lost the first one. The pitch staff kind of fell apart. They won yesterday. I think they finished it off here. Give me the White Sox plus 125. Milwaukee and Minnesota. Milwaukee minus 120, total 7.5. Milwaukee, they look like that team like around All-Star break last year. For about 2 months, they were the best team in baseball. And they look like that team right now. They've won 8 of their last 10 games, and they're just finding ways to win. It's been a lot about the pitching staff. They've won 8 of their last 9 even. The one they lost was that when they were up in the 9th inning, 1-0, allowed a 3-run homer. I think they win again here. They've won close games, 2-1, 3-2, so I do think the under would be a good play as well. But I think you take Sproat and Milwaukee here at minus 120. I think there's good value. Royals and the Cardinals. Cardinals favor minus 110, total 9. And it's just perception only why this Cardinals team isn't more favored each game. Right now, they're, 9 games above 500. And they're facing a Kansas City team that's 2-8 in their last 10 games. How is this team not favored more? Kansas City's lost 6 in a row, including 4-2 and 5-4 to start this series. I do think the starting pitching is a little closer today, so I do understand that Palante has not been great for the Cardinals, but the Cardinals just find ways to win. Give me Cardinals minus 110. Arizona and Colorado. Colorado won yesterday. Arizona's favored minus 146, total 10.5, and Arizona favored, but 4-6 in their last 10 games, just 1-3 in their last 4. Lost 4-2 yesterday. Did not look good. I think you take Colorado again here. Colorado, I know Lorenzen's kind of got a crooked ERA. That's just part of the staff here for Colorado. They're feast or famine, but Arizona's not that much better. Give me Colorado as an underdog here. San Francisco and the A's. San Francisco's up as we record this right now, trying to even this series after the A's looked really good in their first win. It's top of the 6th. San Francisco's up 5-1. I like the A's and Springs here. I think Springs would be a guy if I'm out there and looking for a number 3, 4, 5 starter for a contender. I'd be going after the A's. And the A's, I think, are going to be willing trade partners because they're going to be moving into that new stadium here in a year and a half. And they'd like to have as much young talent as possible, especially pitchers. So I think they would trade a a guy that's improving and young guy springs for even younger talent, especially if there's multitude of them. Give me the A's minus 141. I think he keeps it going here for the A's. It's been pretty good on the year. Just if they lose today, it'd be a game over 500. Dodgers are up right now as well. Up 3-0 in the top of the 6th. They do have the bases loaded, so this could be more. Dodgers minus 138, total 9. I said I liked the Dodgers yesterday. That was the game I thought the Angels could possibly get. They did have their best starter pitching on the mound as far as the Angels. This is another one that I think is a little more up for grabs. Sasaki has not been great. 6 ERA on the year for the Dodgers. I think he's better than that ERA, but at this point of the year, he's got maybe 6-7 starts. And, he's allowing consistently 3 to 4 earned runs a game. I like the over in this matchup. I think if it's the Dodgers are going to win, I think they're going to have to score runs. Give me the over 9 runs. Also would lean, a small lean, if you made me, to the Angels. Padres in Seattle. Seattle's favorite minus 153, total 7.5. No pitcher here for San Diego, but we do have Kirby for Seattle. And with him on the mound, he deserves to be favored in his sub-3 ERA. And so far this series, Seattle's won the first 2 games. San Diego's won the first 2 games. San Diego's the better team. They're just put together better. Seattle's a little feast or famine. Last year at the end of the year, they kind of hit lightning in a bottle and were hitting the heck out of the ball. They have not really seen that this year. Give me San Diego here at plus 130. I think Kirby keeps them in it early, but it's their lack of run support has really hurt Seattle as of late. All right, that's what we like for today. Don't forget, if you want to get on my top play, I had the boss open up the 2-week All Sports Pass. Just $600 value for $99. How about that? Text your name 574-333-8717. You'll get a WNBA, MLB, and prop play. Prop play will probably be the top play of the day, so make sure you get on that. Let's go. Let's have a winning day, and then 13 more days of winners for $99. Good luck.